us doing our job didn't increase the amount of laundry that's out there. We just have made it us an attractive place to come and do that laundry. It's the Amazon model. It's just so easy. Now we buy everything, through Amazon.
This is the PlanetLaundry Podcast. I'm your host and the editor of PlanetLaundry magazine, Bob Nieman. And today I'm with Lee and Luke Williford, the owners and operators of the Wash House, based in Raleigh, North Carolina. Hey guys, thanks for being here.
Hey Bob, thank you for having us.
Really appreciate it. I got a question for both of you. First, what are you most excited about these days as far as the laundry industry? What gets you excited?
The people and just continuing to grow our business model in the communities that the Lord calls us to. And it's just a lot of fun. We're building we got 3 going right now and continuing to grow, and also pouring back into our team members as well as our existing stores, reinvesting in them with training and different stuff to make sure we're better tomorrow than we are today. So that's kind of our goal.
Yeah, I'd say twofold. Serving our customers in our self-service laundromats to the highest level that we possibly can. And we've been doing this for a few years now and have gained a lot of insight from what's been passed on to us from our father and just through our own experience, and being able to share some of that with future or current owners throughout the country who I hope greatly benefit from just a little bit of advice or insight that we've gained, and is able to kind of translate into their business operations, either present or future.
Right. And that's a great point. You guys are third generation operators, so you've got a lot of insight and a lot to build on, and you're continuing to pay it forward. So I think that's fantastic. Luke, what's the most pronounced trend that you're seeing in your segment of the industry?
Trending is just, we're continuing to eliminate old stores. We're continuing to raise the bar. Everyone across the industry, manufacturers, distributors, and laundry owners are continuing to improve the expectation of laundry customers, which benefits the end user. And the end user is who we all depend on, because money flows from that customer on up through the pipeline. So we're all dependent on that end user. And I feel like the end user is getting an overall better experience now than they were 10 years ago or even 5 years ago. So all the zombie mats aren't completely gone, but they sure are slowly, one store at a time, going away. And we're raising that standard and really creating a better brand for our industry overall. It's exciting to be a part of. Technology has entered, and that's a huge trend. So payment systems and just different business models. We operate a self-service business model, but so many different ones. So many different people, resources for people to look to with podcasts. Lee and I also have our own podcast where we share. And I think it's great, this podcast and the others out there. So
yes.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And that's a great point you bring up on the end user. You gotta keep sight of that. And I think a lot of laundry owners maybe miss sight of that at some time. And I think you really need to stay focused on that. So that's a great point. Lee, from a business perspective, what are you most concerned about as we head into the second half of the year?
Yeah. So I love macroeconomics. So trying to figure out what impact the macroeconomy will have on our customer, because our customers, they may live paycheck to paycheck. They may not. But how does a slowdown in the economy that may happen over the next 12 months impact them? Are they going to spend less money with us because they have less money to spend? Are they going to have to make difficult decisions? Are they going to be at a threat of losing their job? What does that look like? And so we want to make sure that we are in a position to withstand any sort of slowdown and not give up any of the experience that our customers have come to expect in our laundromats.
Right. That's a great point. Luke, what's the biggest reason for laundromat owners to be optimistic as we head into the second half of the year?
Well, rent ratio continues to go up. Our business has proven the test of time. That's why people are watching this podcast who may not be in the industry, because they say, hey, the grocery store was open during the pandemic and the laundromat, but everything else was shut down. So it's really starting to stick out that we are an essential business, and that we, definitely have ups and downs, but they aren't as drastic. So I think there's just a huge customer base And I feel like a lot of markets aren't even tapping into that. There's so much more that we can do when you create facilities that can handle a lot more laundry. You create more laundry being processed in that area. I think that's exciting because you're not just splitting the pie of the existing laundry being done, but you actually create more avenues and more customers.
You're growing new markets.
Yep.
You're growing your business.
That's right. We talk a lot about reducing the amount of work that our customer has to exert to leave our facilities with clean laundry. And so as we make that process easier, all of a sudden they bring us more laundry. So the customer spend per customer continues to just increase over time. Right. That laundry, doing our job didn't increase the amount of laundry that's out there. We just have made it us an attractive place to come and do that laundry. It's the Amazon model, it's just so easy. Now we buy everything, through Amazon.
You're reducing the friction points.
That's right, yeah.
And you're making it easier for the end user to do business with you.
Yes.
Absolutely. Last question. I know you guys are busy. Thank you so much for spending some time with me. And this question's for you. Both of you can take a crack at it. What are the keys to being a successful laundromat owner in 2023?
I think you have to be people focused. We talk a lot about highlighting people's strengths and system weaknesses. And so make sure that the people aspect of a business model is highlighted and that you are putting the right people in the right places. That's also with our customers too. We want to make sure that they are there, that we're focusing on them because they are a huge strength of our business, of our industry. Like I said, sometimes they get overlooked a little bit in the equation. And then making sure that our systems are undergirded, that if we see weak points that we're going in, making sure that we talk about how to improve them, because in the laundry industry, there's pipes, there's drain lines, there's gas lines, but there's also other systems that maybe aren't quite as visible, and we want to make sure that those are as strong as possible.
Nice. I just say you got to have grit, be realistic when looking at getting into this, and have not only financial tolerance and risk tolerance, but also emotional risk tolerance, because you deal with the public. We deal with a lot of different situations, and to know that those are a part of this business. It's a very rewarding business when you work hard, but it is not a completely absentee business. Yes. And we've been able to scale what we do and serve our customers well and continue to have new opportunities because we're very intentional and we do this full time.
It has our heart and soul.
Yes.
That was everything I had. Any parting shots? Anything that you'd like to get out there?
Yeah, I'd say if you're sitting on the sidelines, go ahead. The CLA has put out so many resources. There are resources that are easily accessible that are there to strengthen this industry and targeted towards the self-service, particularly us, laundromat owner. And so if you're going self-service, full service, pickup, delivery, whatever that may be, you probably know enough now to go ahead and take the bold step towards ownership. So buying that second or third store, do it.
Get out there and do it.
Yeah, and if you want to avoid a lot of the pitfalls, first and foremost, join the CLA, sign up for Planet Laundry subscription, and reach out to us. We offer a boot camp where people actually come in and we actually show them our operation. Awesome. Some think that's crazy, but it helps people avoid a lot of the pitfalls, and they can actually soak up our dozens of years of experience without having to actually put in those years of experience. So we'd love to talk to you, and I know the CLA would love to as well. There's so many great resources out there. You don't have to go into this thing blind.
It shortens the learning curve, and it makes the industry better and stronger for everyone.
That's right.
Hey, Lee, Luke, thank you so much. I really appreciate it, as I always do.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
Yeah, thank you, Bob, for all you do and the amazing magazine you guys put out. We really appreciate you and the whole team at the Coin Laundry Association.
Absolutely. Appreciate it. Thanks for joining us on our podcast today. If you haven't done so already, please be sure to subscribe to Planet Laundry at planetlaundry.com. And don't forget to follow us on social media at Facebook, Twitter, LinkedIn, and YouTube.